The Morton Combs Athletic Complex in Hindman, Kentucky, the site of one of the greatest high school sports nights of the year. It's semifinal Friday at the Mountain Classic. 4 teams remain, but only 2 will survive tonight and play for the Mountain Classic Championship tomorrow night. We welcome you to the broadcast table here courtside along with Jim Frazier. I'm Tanner Hesterberg. Josh Ball will join us coming up a little later in the broadcast. So this first semifinal matchup, Harlan County versus South Laurel. Harlan County's going to have its hands full with Cardinals big man Caleb Taylor, Jim, #1 in the state in field goal percentage.
Well, I tell you, the big guy on the inside, he gets it done, tailor-made. And talking with Coach Mike Jones prior to the game, he realizes it can't be a half-court affair, Tanner. He's going to have to try to push the tempo, get things going, and he's got an outstanding young man with Cameron Carmichael who can push the tempo.
And speaking of big guys, Harlan County, a pretty good big guy of their own, and Trey Spurlock had 20 in the opening round win over Buckhorn. The Black Bears want to get him going early.
Well, they really do. And, of course, I think another guy, Ty Simmons, just a 6'1 sophomore, Tanner. He really provides the energy on both the offensive and defensive end. I would look for full court pressure for the entire game from Harlan County.
And then, of course, in the semifinal coming up a little later tonight, it will be Perry Central taking on Clay County. So the winner of this game between Harlan County and South Laurel will get either Perry Central or Clay County in the boys Mountain Classic Championship coming up tomorrow night. We'll take a break and come back and meet the starting lineups, have our national anthem, and then tip-off between South Laurel and Harlan County in the Mountain Classic on this TV and WYMT.com.
Sign up for power outage alerts today by logging on to KentuckyPower.com.
Back in 1965, Subway's founders Fred DeLuca and Dr. Peter Buck teamed up with one simple mission.
Fresh sandwiches.
I like it. The idea seemed crazy in a time when artificial foods and gimmicks were all the rage. But roller skates didn't make food any fresher, and mascots didn't make it any tastier. As it turned out, Fred was right. Sandwiches made with freshly baked bread, fresh veggies, and delicious meats would stand the test of time. We were fresh before it was fresh to be fresh. The Subway Sandwich Shop, founded on fresh.
It's a new year, so why not start it off by getting a great deal on a brand new smartphone from Appalachian Wireless? All this month, you can get the 32-gig Samsung GS6 for just $1 when you sign up for service. One of the most beautifully crafted and sophisticated smartphones to date, it's easy to see why the GS6 has outsold all other Androids the world over. And all this month, it can be yours for just $1 with service. Better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless.
Sometimes it seems you spend your whole day on the go. But no matter where you go, you'll probably run into a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent. With agents in every Kentucky county, Farm Bureau is there for you, pretty much wherever you are. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Your pregnancy is a beautiful thing, and it gets more beautiful the longer you go. If your pregnancy is healthy, don't schedule your delivery until 39 weeks, or wait for labor to begin on its own. Healthy babies are worth the wait.
Follow WYMT on Twitter for the latest news, weather, and sports.
Just about ready for tip-off between Harlan County and South Laurel. First semifinal in the boys Wayne Supply WYMT Mountain Basketball Classic presented by Food City. Coming up later tonight, we'll have the call of Perry Central versus Clay County. Of course, the girls' championship for tomorrow already set between host Knott Central and two-time defending Mountain Classic girls champion Bell County.
Just great action here at the Mountain Classic. South Laurel coming in here their first time in the Final Four. The Mountain Classic, talking with Jeff Davis. His guys fired up. Of course, being able to see these games on the web, so great for the family that's away from here, Tanner.
Let's go to public address announcer Kenneth Fugit for our pregame festivities and starting lineups.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Morton Combs Athletic Complex and the 29th Annual WYMT Wayne Supply Mountain Basketball Classic. At this time, would you please rise for our invocation, and please remain standing for our national anthem. Our invocation is by Mr. Dan Plitt, a longtime announcer here at Knox County Central, and the national anthem will be performed by Miss Fallon Sloan, a senior here at Knox County Central, and she is the daughter of Shelby and Jennifer Sloan, a 2015 Governor's Scholar and a 2012 National Speech Champion. And Fallon is also a member of the Knox County Central basketball and fast pitch softball teams.
Would you pray with me? Our Father, we want to thank you for bringing us together here tonight for a good evening of basketball action. I want to thank you for this tournament and what it's meant to the young people of these three regions over many, many years now, giving the athletes a chance to showcase their talent, giving a lot of young people the opportunity to further education through the scholarships that have been awarded. Pray for this game tonight. I pray for the young men that will be participating on all four teams. Ask the Lord that they'd play to the best of their abilities. Pray that there might not be any serious injuries. And just ask for good sportsmanship on the floor and in the stands. Pray, too, that the officiating just be fair and even for everybody. Watch over us, take us home safely again tonight. And we'll thank you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Now for our starting lineups, tonight's first game is between the visitors on the scoreboard, the Black Bears of Harlan County, versus the home team on the scoreboard, the Cardinals of South Laurel. Our starting lineups, first for Harlan County, a record of 13 wins, 2 losses. At guard, number 4, Cameron Carmichael. At guard, number 14, Trace Spurlock. At guard, number 11, Drew Nolan. At forward, number 21, Ty Simmons. And at forward, number 42, David Turner. The Black Bears are coached by head coach Michael Jones. With a record of 11 wins, 2 losses, the starting lineups for the Cardinals of South Laurel: at one guard, number 10, Ryan Anders. At guard, number 25, Jared Grubb. At guard, number 13, Braden Miller. At forward is 0, Andrew Griffith. And at center, number 44, Caleb Taylor. The Cardinals are coached by head coach Jeff Davis. The officials for tonight's game from the 14th region is Mike Melton, Jeff Ritchie, and Brian Cook.
Time for our Lee's famous recipe of Hazard and Whitesburg. Key ingredients, Jim Frazier.
For South Laurel, they're going to have to pound the post. That's where they've got the advantage on the inside with the big Taylor bore. And, of course, they're going to have to find number 4 defensively. Cameron Carmichael, exciting player for Harlan County. For Harlan County, their keys box out, box out, box out. They will have to rebound efficiently in this game. And defensively, should see full court pressure. They're going to try to make this a full court game. And with the play-by-play of this evening's contest, Mr. Tanner Hesterberg.
Thank you, Jim. Trace Spurlock at 6'6", able to out-jump the 6'8" Caleb Taylor. Win opening possession for Harlan County. The Black Bears, as you heard, 13-2, off to a good start this season. Defeated Buckhorn 68-56 in the opening round of the Mountain Classic to advance to tonight. Jumper up and off the mark by David Turner. One and done for Harlan County on its first possession.
Good transition defense by Harlan County. Near throw back into the back courts. Good save by Anders. And Harlan County going man-to-man. Tough assignment on the inside for 42, David Turner.
Well, they feed Taylor. He has the highest field goal percentage in the state. They give it back to him. Unable to finish down low, and the rebound cleared by Drew Nolan for the Black Bears.
Black team in a hurry. Once again, transition defense be key in this ball game.
Spurlock lost the handle. It's taken off by Miller.
Early in Final Four action, kind of tough to get the rhythm going, Tanner. A little bit of the nerves. You see it there, both teams with some quick turnovers. Well, how about the job by Fallon Sloan with the national anthem? Governor Scholar does
Impressive,
a great job.
huh?
Yeah, and she's got a great 20-footer as well. Playing our championship game for the girls tomorrow.
Kick ball. Harlan County will keep it. Black Bears with that 13-2 record, Jim. Most wins in the 13th region at the moment, and that is a 13th region that is stacked with good teams. Carmichael cut off in the corner. This is Nolan for 3. That one was halfway down but spun out. Here comes Anders for the Cardinals. Dishes to Griffith, and it's 2-0 South Laurel.
Beautiful break. Anders, a facilitator, just a sophomore, gets it to the senior Griffith for the first points of Final Four Friday night.
Griffith, the transfer from Williamsburg, helped the Yellow Jackets get to the Sweet 16 last year. Turner off the mark on the jumper. Fight for the rebound out of bounds over to South Laurel as Taylor was dueling with Simmons for the board.
Simmons always active, nearly gets on the offensive glass for another opportunity for Harlan County.
Backcourt pressure here from the Black Bears.
Zone being employed full court. They'll drop back into man-to-man pressure.
Good feed. Grubb finds Anders underneath, and he draws the foul. How about that pass from Jared Grubb, the wide receiver and running back on the gridiron. Turns into a little bit of a quarterback there, threading the needle.
Take a look at our Deskins Motors instant replay, where Deskins Motors, where you are approved, and you got to approve the way this team passes the ball. You talked about it, Tanner. South Laurel, unselfish team. Coach Jeff Davis, of course, with the collegiate background, coaching with Kyle Macy at Morehead State. I'm going to guess you saw him play, or rather coach a few games at Morehead State with Kyle.
I did. He worked several basketball camps when I was a youngster. Of course, I promised him I wouldn't use that note on the air because it would make him feel old. So you ruined the party on that one.
Well, it's just the way it goes.
3-0 South Laurel. Harlan County struggling offensively so far. Carmichael trying to provide a spark, and that one's off the front of the rim.
A 1-3-1 zone being employed there by South Laurel, giving Harlan County problems. No offensive glass.
Grubb. His first bucket. Averages 17 a game. He's actually the team's leading scorer. Had 18 in the opening round win for South Laurel over Letcher Central. Spurlock from the baseline, blocked away by Taylor.
Coach Jeff Davis up wanting his team to run.
And a steal the other way. This is Caleb Carmichael, and finally Harlan County's on the board, and Carmichael will have a chance to make it 3.
That young man, a special player. Just a junior. You saw the speed there, defensive intensity, picks off the pass, gets it inline to inline. And Coach Mike Jones wanted to talk with these guys. They're going to have to pick up the intensity to match here. South Laurel, despite the fact never having played in the Mountain Classic, they're coming out pretty strong.
Michael Jones, in his 3rd year at Harlan County, of course, succeeded his father, Mike Jones, as head coach. Mike, a bit of a legend in Eastern Kentucky.
Absolutely, old Clay County boy.
One of only 19 coaches in state history to reach the 600-win plateau.
I love the way you come with the statistics. You and Josh are great on those stats. I love it.
We're stat rats.
Yeah.
Caleb Taylor, his first bucket. Again, he leads the state in terms of field goal percentage at 74.4. Gets that one to go, and the Cardinals back up by 4.
Yeah, Harlan County's not going to be able to allow him to be that comfortable in the post.
Carmichael got the 3.
Kid's a heck of a player. Got a special attitude. We'll get to it in a second.
Miller answering for the Cardinals, who enter this game at 11-2. Jim, South Laurel's 2 losses by a combined 3 points, so they're a couple of breaks away from entering this Mountain Classic undefeated.
Yeah, South Laurel, I tell you, a team that not only handles the ball so well, but passes as well.
And a 3 good out of the corner, Spurlock. Had a big game against Buckhorn, 15 points in the opening round.
And somehow you look up and the game's tied. I don't know. It looked like South was doing things a little better.
Grubb gets to the rim, doesn't finish. Taylor the offensive rebound. Miller the 3.
And these kids coming out to play in the Mountain Classic, but to a point on Carmichael, I've seen his teams get beat pretty rudely a couple of times early in his career, Tanner, and he never quit. No matter what, how far his team was down, he kept giving you that big advantage, big effort.
Spurlock again out of the corner. That was the opposite corner as the 3 he hit a moment ago. Cardinals so quick in transition, but they turn it over.
Look at this.
Carmichael, bad decision there. Picked off by Griffith.
Looked like a highlight reel pass. You could tell he was winding up. Defense side too.
And Spurlock going for the steal, draws the foul. Another turnover for the Cardinals. Both teams a little suspect here early, taking care of the basketball. We're tied at 12 here in the first quarter of the Mountain Classic semifinals.
Get on your computer or mobile device. Because of all the great Toyota deals out there, most are not seen on TV. That's why you need to visit buyatoyota.com for a huge selection of savings offers that couldn't possibly fit in a TV commercial, including 0% financing, great lease deals, and 2-year no-cost maintenance. So get on your computer or mobile device and go to buyatoyota.com, Toyota's official website for deals. Toyota, let's go places.
Established in 1913, Wayne Supply has been a trademark and a model for all other equipment companies. For over 100 years, Wayne Supply has offered good-paying jobs in Kentucky and a vision of growth to many people in our Commonwealth. Wayne Supply has given back in many ways, such as being a founding sponsor of the Wayne Supply Mountain Classic, which has generated over $2.5 million in money given to students in Eastern Kentucky. From last century to this one, Wayne Supply continues their commitment to serve the people of Eastern Kentucky.
Let's see the pull-up jumper. Looking good, kid. Take a breather. You look better than ever out there.
Thanks, Coach. How are we looking this year?
Incredibly smart, talented, and man, are they dedicated. Might be the best team ever. How about you guys?
Gilhart Institute and ARH. Now that's the best team ever.
With some of the country's top physicians and nurses right here in Kentucky, you can get the expert care you need close to home. That's the Gilhart Institute at UK Healthcare. That's ARH. That's why we're here.
Can I help you today?
I'm gonna need a big car.
You need something bigger.
Really big.
Okay.
Bigger, bigger, bigger.
You must have a really big family.
Oh, big sale at Food City.
This week, Food City Fresh Ground Round is $3.99 a pound. An 8-pound bag of Harvest Club potatoes is $3.99. And Pepsi 6 and 8 packs are $4 for $10.
Value every day. Food City.
South Laurel off to a good start this season. We mentioned an 11-2 record for the Cardinals to begin this year. As we take a look at, well, we'll take an extended look at what they've done so far this season here when we get a break in the action, as Harlan County, 2 big threes early from Spurlock, both out of the corner, tied at 12.
Like a little matchup zone being employed here by South as they sort of switch things up.
That jumper's off the mark.
Got to have good transition defense in a game like this. Both teams executing superbly. Love the way South is passing the basketball. A lot of patience here early.
Griffith working off the screen, had Taylor wide open on a pick and roll, but missed him.
Tough defense on the ball will cause you to miss a few of those.
Grubb for 3. Good rebound by Carmichael in traffic, and he's fouled. Harlan County did a nice job of boxing out Caleb Taylor, preventing the offensive rebound. Let's go courtside to Josh.
Harlan coach Mike Jones said that his team must control the boards inside. A lot of success early on with the 3 ball with Trey Spurlock, but they have to contain Caleb Taylor. The 6'8" frame is simply too much early on. Hashtag Mountain Classic for more information. Tanner and Jim, back to you.
All right, thanks, Josh. Look forward to Josh Ball's sideline reports for us tonight.
Absolutely.
Turnover here. Trying to get it over to Simmons. A little bit of a miscommunication, out of bounds over to South Laurel.
Like Coach Jones's idea here of full court pressure. However, the team South handles the ball so very well, they can really chop up that full court pressure.
Picked off by Carmichael, and he'll have an opportunity for another 3-point play.
You know, South got off to the big start. I believe it was something like 5-0. And then Carmichael made some plays that steadied the Black Bears and picked up the rest of his team. Let's take a look here at your Deskins Motors instant replay. Draws the contact. You'll see him do that quite a bit. He can draw the contact despite the slight frame and finish.
Grubb goes to the bench for South Laurel. That was his 2nd foul. J.J. Ramey replaces him in the Cardinal lineup. And Carmichael looking for his 9th point at the line, and he has it. Harlan County knew going into this game it needed a big game out of Cameron Carmichael if the Black Bears wanted to win this game, and so far the junior responding in a big way.
See how they try to put pressure on the ball. Great movement.
Griffith fouled as he drives to the basket. Now let's get you that statistical look at what South Laurel has done so far this season. Yet to lose in 13th region play. Wow. Also not lost to any teams in our coverage area.
I like that 10-game winning streak as well. And how about the 2 losses by a combined 3 points? It's a pretty close effort by Coach Davis and his guys. No question, they're not just a regional contender, Tanner. They're a contender for a state championship this year.
Of course, the Cards knocked off Letcher Central in the opening round as Ramey has his 3 blocked by Spurlock. Cards get it back, though.
How about this pressure on the basketball by the black team? Great battle on the inside with Taylor.
Griffith working against Simmons. How about this Harlan County defense? Man, the Black Bears are active defensively. South Laurel's going to reset, but that's a victory for the Harlan County defense, and you hear the fans behind us applauding.
Also, South Laurel folks applauding across the way. Look at this job of getting it inside.
And 1 for Taylor, and just like that, South Laurel a point away from tying the game.
Beautiful feed. I believe that was Phelps that put the lob on the money for Caleb Taylor.
They put the foul on Drew Nolan. That's his first. Miller back into the game for South Laurel. Ramey takes a seat. And Taylor, who's a 61% foul shooter, completes the antique 3.
He's got a nice touch at the line. I think that number is going to do nothing but get better, Tanner. Good knee bend, great rotation. Tie ball game. Great first quarter here in the Mountain Classic. Does Harlan County go for 1 here?
I was about to say they have the point guard that can do it in terms of dribbling that clock down. You feel safe with him in the when he has the basketball. Carmichael going to dribble this one down, and the Black Bears certainly playing for the final shot of this first quarter.
And Coach Jones, like I said, his team down 5-0. Looked like they were on for a blowout, but here they came.
Carmichael. Whistle, and that's the end of the first quarter. We haven't settled anything yet. All tied at 15. Winner goes to the Mountain Classic Championship. Second quarter between Harlan County and South Laurel. Coming up next on this TV and WYMT.com.
Here's your story, let's begin. The water's fine, come on, dive in. The future's here, it's right before your eyes. You could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars. You could have all you ever wanted, shoot the moon and reach for Mars. You know you could.
Wolf, Williams, and Reynolds have been representing coal miners and their families for over 30 years. If you need representation for Social Security, disability, personal injury, auto accident, workers' compensation, and of course, black lung benefits, give them a call at 1-800-446-0167. Stop by and see them and tell them Ralph 2 sent you.
Sign up for power outage alerts today by logging on to KentuckyPower.com.
Sometimes it seems you spend your whole day on the go. But no matter where you go, you'll probably run into a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent. With agents in every Kentucky county, Farm Bureau is there for you, pretty much wherever you are. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
All wrapped up for the new generation.
Follow WYMT on Twitter for the latest news, weather, and sports.
Harlan County, the most wins in the 13th region at the moment with 13 against 2 losses. 3 players averaging double figures. Carmichael, Simmons, and Spurlock, all 3 of them played well in that first quarter. A big reason why Harlan County was able to withstand an early run by South Laurel.
Well, you know, one of those things is going to have to fall. Both of these teams undefeated in 13th region play, so somebody's going to have a loss.
Anders a 3. Missed everything. Out of bounds over to Harlan County. Well, ever since that initial surge by South Laurel to start this game, Harlan County has buckled down defensively.
Well, haven't they, though? But let's remember now, Harlan County has played in the Mountain Classic. These kids aware of what it takes. South, their first trip.
Step back, Carmichael got the roll.
Got him, what, with 11 points already?
Was also the team's leading rebounder in the opening round win over Buckhorn. Pulled down 8 boards.
Yeah.
Does a little bit of everything for Coach Michael Jones.
Well, he's just, you know, the phrase indefatigable once again. I mean, he just simply does not run down. Harlan County trying to put a lot of pressure on the basketball to keep from entry feeds like that.
Taylor double team, throws it back out to Phelps, off the mark on the 3.
Well, Tanner, there's a guy they've got to get going for Harlan County. 21, Ty Simmons. He can score points in a hurry. Just a sophomore.
Simmons rise and fire. Nope.
Still a good look, and Harlan County probably not going to get much offensive glass in this game. Have to get back to the other end.
Taylor double team, trying to pass out of it, and a foul called against Spurlock. Nope, they called jump ball, and it goes to Harlan County. Wow.
Tough double team down there on the low post.
Andrew Griffith back into the South Laurel lineup. For the most part, held in check in that first quarter, had 2 points.
Yeah, Griffith just looks like he could explode in this Mountain Classic once he gets comfortable. 6'4" senior, has all the moves. Great matchup there with he and Spurlock.
course, his brother Skylar Griffith, the quarterback at Williamsburg a couple of years ago, on the team that went to the state title game as Spurlock hits another one for Harlan County. He has 3 threes and a timeout. I thought it was a timeout by South Laurel. They blew the whistle just to fix the net, but continuing the point, Skylar Griffith, quarterback of Williamsburg, took Mayfield to overtime a couple of years ago.
Absolutely, and you see here Harlan County with a 5-point lead. Great surge here in this second quarter.
Phelps off the glass. Blake Phelps Jr.
Phelps is a smart player. Takes it right to the basket to give South Laurel their first points of this second quarter.
Baseline jumper. Turner, it's there.
If Turner can hit that outside jumper, he's going to bring Taylor out away from the basket on defense. And that situation occurs, maybe Harlan County gets some offensive glass.
Turner, a tough assignment at the defensive end at 6'2", trying to guard the 6'8", 265 Caleb Taylor.
Gotta love the way South works the ball, though.
Griffith couldn't bank it in, and an over-the-back foul on Taylor. Just his first foul.
Coach Mike Jones battling it here.
In his third year at Harlan County, a record of 45 and 28. Of course, a player for the Harlan Green Dragons, regional championship back in 1993. A few other names you may recognize on that team: Charles Thomas, Kevin Hudson, Casey Lester, Todd Cox. Led a resurgence of the Harlan program. Taylor inside.
Big 6'8" senior turns. They don't have anybody who can go up with him, so they've got to try to prevent him getting the ball that comfortable. That time didn't work out. See this once again familiar. You talked about Clay County Harlan influence with Coach Jones, the double stacks on the low post.
Taylor blocks Turner's shot, and then the Black Bears get it right back. Carmichael, 12-footer, no. Good job by Griffith of boxing out and grabbing that rebound with one hand.
It's in the position. Triple team. Got to be some guys open.
You like the defensive strategy?
Yes.
Anders dials up a three. He's a 44% shooter from deep. That's his first one from long range in this game, and it ties the game at 22.
Great look by Taylor. You saw the big man there. Talking with Coach Davis, UPAC has offered, Cumberland has offered. Young man, bright future ahead. He's got such good hands for a big man.
Illegal screen called against Turner. 22-22, Harlan County and South Laurel deadlocked here at the Mountain Classic.
Established in 1913, Wayne Supply has been a trademark and a model for all other equipment companies. For over 100 years, Wayne Supply has offered good-paying jobs in Kentucky and a vision of growth to many people in our Commonwealth. Wayne Supply has given back in many ways, such as being a founding sponsor of the Wayne Supply Mountain Classic, which has generated over $2.5 million in money given to students in Eastern Kentucky. From last century to this one, Wayne Supply continues their commitment to serve the people of Eastern Kentucky.
See the pull-up jumper. Looking good, kid. Take a breather. You look better than ever out there.
Thanks, Coach. How are we looking this year?
Incredibly smart, talented, and man, are they dedicated. Might be the best team ever. How about you guys?
Gilhart Institute and ARH. Now that's the best team ever.
With some of the country's top physicians and nurses right here in Kentucky, you can get the expert care you need close to home. That's the Gilhart Institute at UK Healthcare. That's ARH. That's why we're here.
No credit check, no contract, no problem. Of course, Appalachian Wireless offers you a softer, gentler way to pay with the ultra-popular Forward Pay. But now Forward Pay gets an upgrade. You get monthly service prices and features without the ties and receive unlimited talk, text, and 3 gigabytes of data for just $44.99. Or get these same great perks with a whopping 5 gigabytes of data for a mere $59.99. Great new ways to pay coupled with drastically reduced prices on most service and smartphones. That's today's Appalachian Wireless.
It's your community. It's where you live, where you work, and where you play. And for over 100 years, Community Trust Bank has been there. as a trusted partner for all your financial needs. With locations throughout Kentucky, West Virginia, and Tennessee, we are looking forward to working with you to build an even brighter future for you and your community. We are Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust.
22-22, Harlan County and South Laurel going toe-to-toe here so far in the Mountain Classic, and we go courtside to Josh Ball.
South Laurel coach Jeff Davis wants his team to be aggressive, attack the basket, get the tempo up. Over at Harlan County, they want to continue to remain patient, shoot the ball, and rebound. Mike Jones said that his team has to rebound. We talked before the game, rebounding is going to be the key, but for South Laurel, they're going to pick up the tempo and try to get them out in space. Tanner and Jim, back to you.
Josh, thank you. Of course, Cards like that up-tempo style of basketball as Griffith comes up short on the three.
Both teams playing really well, Tanner. That's what you and I were talking during the break.
Carmichael short, does have a couple of threes in this game. Harlan County going to get another crack at this possession.
Coach Jeff Davis, with his size advantage, not going to appreciate Harlan County being able to get more than one crack at the bucket.
Spurlock, good defense by Anders. Jump ball will give it over to South Laurel.
Great defense there. Officials from the 14th region.
This has been simply a terrific high school basketball game so far.
I love the way South Laurel has great player movement away from the basketball.
Of course, another semifinal, Perry Central versus Clay County, still to come later tonight as we work our way to Championship Saturday.
Got guys moving with the basketball. Good cuts. They need some, I think, touches in the high post. Of course, playing without their big man Taylor, giving him a rest right here, and they turn the ball over.
Miller whistled for traveling. South Laurel, of course, won 4 region titles back in the mid-2000s. Cardinals had the state title in 2005 under head coach Steve Wright.
Absolutely.
Point guard on that team, Ty Profit. Later played at Morehead State and was on the Eagles team that beat Louisville in the NCAA tournament.
Absolutely.
A lot of history with this South Laurel program.
Yeah. Just tickled that they could be part of the Mountain Classic this year.
Simmons swatted from behind by Taylor.
In the trees.
Now they feed Taylor in the post, and he took steps.
That's the help defense that you need to be successful. Coach Jones has his guys playing behind Taylor, so they're going to be able to get comfortable with the entry feed. But bam, he sends a guy right at the big guy. Spurlock that time forces the turnover.
Carmichael in trouble, gets it to Taylor on the baseline. Jumper not there that time. Nolan inside. Jump ball will keep it with Harlan County. They're attacking, even though South Laurel has a size advantage.
And you have to do that, and getting some offensive glass, Tanner. Something I didn't think they'd be able to do in this game, but certainly was one of our Lee's key ingredients to this game. Turner can hit that outside jumper, but he's had a little bit of a different release since Taylor blocked that one.
Carmichael, short on the three, gets his own miss. He'll try another three. Same result. Simmons, blocked by Taylor.
See the big guy able to come over on the near side of the court, cause some problems, and he hustles over and gets over to the far side and knocks it away.
Carmichael, not gun shy, is he?
No.
Terrific basketball player, and they get him back another year. He's just a junior.
Absolutely. Move Turner. Turner's a little more comfortable. I noticed in the game at Harlan that we saw a few weeks ago, he's a little more comfortable on the right side of the court. That time got caught over on the left. Coach Jones, you know, we were tied at 15 at the end of one. I think he'd be satisfied to just go for one shot here. Coach Davis not deciding to put much pressure on. certainly tell, Tanner, that both these teams are well coached.
Now back to Carmichael. Cameron played well so far. Of course, he was also a member of last year's Mountain Classic All-Tournament team. Under 30 seconds.
South has a foul to give here. Got to believe Coach Davis will have his guys give a foul here in a few seconds.
Taylor lost the handle on it. Still plenty of time for the Black Bears. Carmichael down low. Simmons draws the foul. What a terrific possession for Harlan County.
Chewed up about a minute 15 of the clock. Take a look here at our Deskins Motors instant replay as Carmichael takes it to the defense, gets it to Simmons. Simmons gets the contact. A lot of folks might have let it go. That time it goes to the big guy, and he gets his second foul. Simmons looking for his first point.
He's a 66% foul shooter, yet to score tonight. Averages in double figures on the year.
Yeah, that's the good news for Harlan County. When this kid gets it going, he gets it going. So hadn't had the big first half, but they're still tied.
Misses them both. South Laurel with time. Griffith, finger rolls good. And that's the end of the first half. 24-22, South Laurel leads Harlan County after one half of play here in the Mountain Classic semifinals. Josh Ball is catching up with South Laurel coach Jeff Davis, and we send it over to him.
Here with South Laurel coach Jeff Davis, and coach, you were able to run a little bit there late in the half to take the lead 24-22, but obviously you've got to pick up the tempo.
Yeah, we're not playing very physical. They're just killing us on the inside. They're playing harder than us, more physical than us. So we're just very cautious, and I don't understand why, but we'll try to fix that here in a second.
Double and triple teaming, Taylor inside. How do you open up your outside game to open up the inside game in the second half?
Weather's got to move. They're just standing and watching Caleb, and they've got to move. He's got to do a better job at sealing and not just allowing them to take it from him.
24-22, South Laurel takes the lead at the half. Hashtag Mountain Classic on Twitter. Tanner, Jim, back to you.
Thanks, Josh. Kentucky Farm Bureau at the half report up next. As you see, the Perry Central Commodores taking in this first semifinal. They'll play Clay County later tonight, but who they will play, we're still one half away from deciding. Harlan County and South Laurel, Cards up 2 at the break.
Here's your story, let's begin. The water's fine, come on, dive in. The future's here, it's right before your eyes. You could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars. You could have all you ever wanted, shoot the moon and reach for Mars. You know you could.
Hello, friends. This is Dr. Ralph Stanley.
And this is Ralph Stanley II, and I am proud to be following my dad's footsteps.
The law firm of Wolf, Williams, and Reynolds have been representing coal miners and their families for almost 40 years.
Go see the fine folks at Wolf, Williams, and Reynolds. They live in these mountains, and they understand.
They will fight for you.
Sign up for power outage alerts today by logging on to KentuckyPower.com.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him winning both the Daytona 500 and the Brickyard 400 in the same year? 1 in 195 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I'm Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Looking for a quick, healthy dinner idea? Eat at Mom's Every Day. Get the recipe of the day. Budget with $10 or less meal ideas. And we even have ideas for the picky eaters in your family. The app is free. Just search for Mom's Every Day in the App Store or Google Play Store.
Follow WYMT on Twitter for the latest news, weather, and sports.
Kentucky Farm Bureau at the half, presented by Kentucky Farm Bureau, a proud sponsor of the Mountain Classic. South Laurel gets a last-second bucket off a steal, and the Cardinals lead Harlan County 24-22 at halftime. Jim Frazier, Tanner Hesterberg, Josh Ball, the third member of our broadcast team. What a great half of high school basketball we saw from those two squads.
Oh, I tell you what, of course, Coach Jeff Davis maybe not seeing that great first half that we did, but the big guy on the inside, Caleb Taylor, they're talking about Coach Davis seeing the rest of the guys not moving a whole lot when he's getting the ball. That might have happened a couple of times, but really Harlan County, exceptional defense, team defense, great help defense. You can tell very well coached.
Harlan County, I thought, did a great job, or as good of a job as could be expected, defending the 6'8" Taylor down low, at times double and even triple teaming him. But Harlan County also able to withstand that early South Laurel run. The question is, will that Harlan County defense wear out eventually? Can the Black Bears make enough big shots at the offensive end if they want to hang in and pull this one off?
You look at the situation. I mean, Grubb and Griffith have a combined 6 points in this first half. How did Harlan County do it? How did they shut them out? Well, just great effort. And you see those guys right there, the Clay County Tigers, relaxing, taking it easy. Of course, they'll be doing battle with Perry Central right after the conclusion of this one.
We'll take a break and come back with more on Kentucky Farm Bureau at the half here at the semifinals of the Mountain Classic.
Sometimes it seems you spend your whole day on the go. But no matter where you go, you'll probably run into a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent. With agents in every Kentucky county, Farm Bureau is there for you, pretty much wherever you are. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Samantha, you have Staphylococcus aureus impetigo. You'll need a macrolide.
You have a minor skin infection. He's giving you an antibiotic.
Let's do decloxacillin.
Can you make that cefuroxime? Because her insurance doesn't cover the other.
No problem. Your symptoms should subside within a fortnight. Magnum Diem.
He said you'll be fine in 2 weeks and have a great day.
We obviously can't always be with you, but we're always here for you. Your local Food City pharmacist.
Winter, famous for flurries. Lee's, famous for chicken. Start the new year off with a big bonus at Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken with our 8-piece bonus box for only $11.99. You'll get 8 mixed pieces of our guilt-free and gluten-free oven roast chicken for a smart start to the new year. And with a bonus order of our green beans included, it's a deal that just keeps getting better. Stop by for your New Year's bonus with our famous 8-piece bonus box for only $11.99. Only at Lee's, famous for chicken.
Get on your computer or mobile device. Because of all the great Toyota deals out there, most are not seen on TV. That's why you need to visit buyatoyota.com for a huge selection of savings offers that couldn't possibly fit in a TV commercial, including 0% financing, great lease deals, and 2-year no-cost maintenance. So get on your computer or mobile device and go to buyatoyota.com, Toyota's official website for deals. Toyota, let's go places.
A little less than 5 minutes away from tipping off the second half between South Laurel and Harlan County. The Subway Sub out throwing some shirts away to the fans.
Hey, Subway night at the Mountain Classic, and a lot of enthusiasm for the fans. Great night of basketball. Great place to be. Fun for all ages, and you see there some of the Perry Central folks getting ready. A little bit of the lipstick being applied for the next game.
They don't have access to the powder room like you do before the game. They provide that for the broadcasters for you to touch up. But
there you go. There you go.
Fans here, many of them will stick around for our second contest between Perry Central and Clay County. You see some Commodore fans there wanting to see who the possible championship game opponent might be. And we are just a few minutes away from the second half between Harlan County and South Laurel. Of course, 4 games on tap for you tomorrow starting at 3:30. It's the girls' third place game between Harlan County and Harlan, followed up by the boys' third place game between whoever loses this game and whoever loses the Clay Perry game.
Yep.
Then the girls championship and the boys championship. One of our absolute favorite weeks of the year.
Absolutely, Tanner. Might just pass this along too to the fans who will want to come out. We'll make an address here over the public address, but tickets tomorrow will be $7 rather than the normal $5. We've only increased the ticket price from $4 to $5 one time. But you must remember, here in the Mountain Classic, we've expanded this from 8 games originally to 17 games now. So you will have 4 spectacular games tomorrow for the low price of $7. That there was talk about maybe a split session, that type of thing, but we decided $7 for one time.
Tip-off of the second half between South Laurel and Harlan County up next on this TV and WYMT.com.
Established in 1913, Wayne Supply has been a trademark and a model for all other equipment companies. For over 100 years, Wayne Supply has offered good-paying jobs in Kentucky and a vision of growth to many people in our Commonwealth. Wayne Supply has given back in many ways, such as being a founding sponsor of the Wayne Supply Mountain Classic, which has generated over $2.5 million in money given to students in Eastern Kentucky. From last century to this one, Wayne Supply continues their commitment to serve the people of Eastern Kentucky.
Sign up for power outage alerts today by logging on to KentuckyPower.com.
Let's see the pull-up jumper. Looking good, kid. Take a breather. You look better than ever out there.
Thanks, Coach. How are we looking this year?
Incredibly smart, talented, and man, are they dedicated. Might be the best team ever. How about you guys?
Gilhart Institute and ARH. Now that's the best team ever.
With some of the country's top physicians and nurses right here in Kentucky, you can get the expert care you need close to home. That's the Gilhart Institute at UK Healthcare. That's ARH. That's why we're here.
Wolf, Williams, and Reynolds have been representing coal miners and their families for over 30 years. If you need representation for Social Security, disability, personal injury, auto accident, workers' compensation, and of course, black lung benefits, give them a call at 1-800-446-0167. Stop by and see them and tell them Ralph 2 sent you.
Looking to fall in love this Valentine's Day? Fall in love with summer at the Kentucky Sport Boat and Recreation Show. Shop the latest boats, RVs, and motorsports. Visit the Kentucky Sport Boat and Recreation Show, brought to you by Lee's Ford Marina.
Follow WYMT on Twitter for the latest news, weather, and sports.
Here with Harlan County Coach Michael Jones, and Coach, patience was the theme in your timeouts of the first half, but the offense, you're still searching for that.
We are. You know, anytime you hold a team like South Laurel to 24 points, we should be ahead. We need to be more patient offensively with our shot selection, but if we can get our offenses going, we'll be all right.
Carmichael and Spurlock combined for 20 points in the first half. Where are you going to have to get other offense to come out and play tomorrow night in the championship game?
The other three's got to knock down some shots too. You know, we've said all along, if we get contributions out of the other three, then we can be a pretty good basketball team, because we're going to get what we get out of Carmichael and Spurlock every night. So we try to fix some things at halftime. We'll see how it goes.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. Hashtag Mountain Classic on Twitter. Tanner and Jim, back to you.
And we're ready for the second half. It'll be South Laurel ball again. The Cardinals taking that 2-point lead on a layup by Andrew Griffith with about 3 seconds left to go in the first half. Otherwise, we would be tied at 22 at halftime. Right away, they go to Taylor down low, and he answers the bell.
Talking with Coach Davis about what I think about the great job that Kyle Macy did at Morehead State from an X&O standpoint. And certainly the good mark of the good coach, you get exactly what you want out of the timeout. It's what South does right there. They get going with the big guy, touch on the low block.
Carmichael unable to handle the pass from Turner.
Big guy can run the court now. When he makes himself available, the white team needs to look inside.
Taylor inside again, taken away by Spurlock.
Great help defense by Spurlock. That young man not only hit 3 3-pointers in that first half, but he came on strong from that offside weak side defense, Tanner, to make some big plays.
Nolan one-on-one with Miller, then Taylor blocks Nolan's shot. 4 blocks in this game already for Caleb Taylor.
Look how the big guy gets down the court, too.
Anders looking for space. Spin move, hangs and hits.
Anders.
Timeout by Harlan County.
Yeah. Sort of an unsung hero of this Cardinal team. 6'4", sophomore. That time he just got Carmichael caught on his hip. Went over him for the easy 2. And a quick start here to the second half. Similar to the quick start of the first half by the Cardinals.
4-0 spurt to start the second half for South Laurel. There you see Coach Jeff Davis in his 5th season. When he accepted the job, he said it was one of the best jobs in the state. He believes that South Laurel head coaching job is one of the best in all the Commonwealth. You mentioned he was an assistant at Morehead State under Kyle Macy. Prior to South Laurel, he was an assistant at Simon Kenton.
I mean, how about the atmosphere last year? I was talking with that South Laurel Corbin game. What a great atmosphere, and just as he mentioned, great place for basketball.
Native of Russell. Actually graduated Fairview High School in 1996. He's a 16th region guy as Nolan hits the 15-footer. That's his first bucket. Harlan County would love to get Drew Nolan more active in this game.
You know, Harlan County sort of chewed up about a minute of the clock at the end of the second quarter. Had the foul shots to go up by 2, and then it swung against them.
Griffith fouled. It was pretty good defense by Spurlock up until the very end.
But don't you think they're going to have to go to Griffith a little bit more and get that young man going, Tanner? He's got 4, Grubb with only 2.
First foul on Spurlock.
That's the first foul on Spurlock as hard as he's been playing on defense.
Griffith just a 45% foul shooter.
Got nice form. Went up there pretty soft. Don't understand why that number's so low.
And Spurlock the rebound. So an empty possession for South Laurel.
Yeah, maybe that was just that rim. We saw Ty Simmons miss a couple there at the end of the first half, so there's a lid on that end.
Spurlock.
Good pass.
Turner from the baseline, no. Harlan County's taken a lot of jump shots in this game. Griffith catches the alley-oop from half court, misses, and Taylor there on mop-up duty. 11 points now in the game for Caleb Taylor.
Tell you, one of the reasons Kelly Wells and these college coaches in the area like big Caleb Taylor is the way that young man runs the floor. They're figuring they get him on the big nutrition program, he's going to run that floor even better. Of course, we had some of our UPAC top 5 plays with him getting the rebound and getting to the other end for a bucket.
Foul against South Laurel on the rebound. You get the sense that Harlan County is not going to get many good looks inside. The Black Bears are going to have to knock down some jump shots to win this game. In the first half they did, but so far here in the second there's a lid on the hoop, and that's why they trail by 6.
Yeah, but they still have to get some touches into the post to collapse the defense. Otherwise, on the perimeter, you're just going to have guys in your face making it tough just like
Simmons, short. Grubb the rebound for South.
Good transition defense by the Black Bears.
Griffith goes to work on Spurlock. Anders ends up with it.
Anders has an advantage over Carmichael size-wise. I think if they cleared the side for him, he could try to get Carmichael in some foul trouble. Tough job on the inside. Burkhart battling.
And an offensive foul called on Taylor.
Ooh.
Credit Burkhart, Lamar, the 6'2 sophomore, for taking the charge. Second foul on Taylor gets us to our media timeout. Harlan County down 6 to South Laurel here in the Mountain Classic.
Sometimes it seems you spend your whole day on the go. But no matter where you go, you'll probably run into a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent. With agents in every Kentucky county, Farm Bureau is there for you, pretty much wherever you are. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
At Window World, we believe in providing superior products installed by professional craftsmen, all at a low price. This long-standing principle isn't just their slogan, it's their foundation for building trust with our customers. Our customers recognize us for our high-quality, durable replacement windows that are made right here in America at prices that don't break the bank. At Window World, we have a variety of products designed to help you save on energy costs during extreme months. Window World also offers financing. Call Window World today to schedule your free consultation.
Can I help you today?
I'm gonna need a big car.
You need something bigger.
Really big.
Okay.
Bigger, bigger, bigger.
You must have a really big family.
Oh, big sale at Food City.
This week, Food City Fresh Ground Round is $3.99 a pound. An 8-pound bag of Harvest Club potatoes is $3.99. And Pepsi 6 and 8 packs are $4 for $10.
Value every day. Food City.
Tim Short is East Kentucky's fastest growing auto group. Built on a philosophy of great customer service and contributing to the local economy makes us the dealer customers keep coming back to. With 13 locations throughout the region, representing all of the American manufacturers and the most popular top-quality pre-owned vehicles. Take the short drive to Hazard, Whitesburg, Manchester, Pikeville, London, Corbin, Middlesboro, Winchester, Moorhead, and beyond. Choose Tim Short Auto Group for a no-hassle deal on your next vehicle.
South Laurel has opened up a 6-point lead over Harlan County, trying to advance to the Mountain Classic Championship game tomorrow night. Neither one of these schools have ever played for a Mountain Classic Championship. Of course, this is South Laurel's first year in the tournament. Spurlock pulls up, shot blocked. Fight for the rebound, and it's a foul on Harlan County. Let's go courtside to Josh Ball.
Tanner and Jim, South Laurel starting to play like the #1 team in the mountains. Jeff Davis told his team in the huddle to continue to play physical and fast. Hashtag Mountain Classic on Twitter for more information. Tanner and Jim, back to you.
They try to force feed it down low to Taylor, and Spurlock is there to knock the ball out of bounds. Taylor leads South Laurel with 11 points. Carmichael, the high point man for Harlan County, he has 11.
Tough matchup for Burkhart down there, Tanner.
Taylor stepped on the end line. It's going over to Harlan County.
Tell you, Lamar using that lower body strength to push Taylor off the mark, and you saw Coach Jeff Davis there. He'll have a seat. Thought he had 2.
Burkhart couldn't get the roll on the 3. Grubb, off balance shot, draws the foul. He'll have 2 at the line. South Laurel just so sound in several aspects of the game. Good in transition. That defense has been great. Grubb, a pretty good foul shooter on the year, 74%. Mention his prowess on the football field, plays running back and wide receiver. This past season, Jim, he totaled nearly 1,000 all-purpose yards to go along with 9 touchdowns.
There you go. I tell you, you and Josh come with the statistics. I love it. Gives us a better picture of these young men, great athletes. Right now, Harlan County has managed only a couple of points in the latter part of the second quarter, and now all of this third quarter.
Carmichael, that's a tough shot. Michael Jones wanted a foul called. Instead, it's a breakaway opportunity for South Laurel, and the Cards turn it over. Picked off by Carmichael. Good pass to Spurlock, hop step, can't finish. Rebound Taylor for South Laurel. Neither team able to hold on to the ball right now as bodies hit the floor and the ball goes out of bounds to the Black Bears.
Some exciting action there, but I know I've said it a bunch of times, but Caleb Taylor can really run the floor. You saw him get the ball there. He gave it up. Carmichael intercepted the bounce pass. Good idea. I think Caleb will learn to just go strong at the rack.
Burkhart. Harlan County just can't get anything to fall at the moment. Nice crossover move by Grubb. Creates his own shot, finishes, and draws the harm.
And Coach Jones knew that Griffith could get things going. Right there, the worst nightmare for Coach Michael Jones is Grubb takes it strong at the hook. Harlan County just hasn't managed to get Tyrese Simmons involved offensively, and that's been a difference here, Tanner.
7 for Grubb now. And South Laurel all of a sudden is up 11. You get the sense it may be the danger zone here for Harlan County.
Yeah, that guy right there is going to have to take over and try to make some shots. That's what he did in the first half, got his guys going. It's only the second bucket for Harlan County in this quarter.
Carmichael with 13 points now. And a traveling violation against South Laurel. So Harlan County gets a basket, then gets a defensive stop.
There you see right there a shot in front of the South Laurel bench there. Mountain Classic logo. Of course, there's one across the way there at three-quarter court. And got a little bit of a travel. Sometimes those logos can be a little slick. I checked it out before the game, and that's not the case. Great job.
Carmichael draws the foul on Grubb, and you hear the approval of the Harlan County fans here behind us.
Cam's going to have to take charge a little bit more offensively and be a little selfish here. Try to get some shots up, and what a match he has with Grubb all over him.
One-on-one, Carmichael step back three. The Black Bears really needed that.
Kid's a heck of a ball player.
16 points.
You know, kind of like Blair Green, their natural instinct is not to be selfish at all. They get the other people involved. Of course, Green, a great Harlan County girls player, just a sophomore. Carmichael, just a junior, not a senior on the roster.
Taylor fouled. Of course, we'll see Blair Green and Harlan County tomorrow taking on Harlan in the girls' third-place game. Here's a replay of a game we saw, 3 weeks ago?
Absolutely, and probably a preview once again of a regional Final Four or championship game. So many through the years, Tanner. So many championship appearances for teams here in the Mountain Classic. But the consolation game has really supplied a lot of regional tournament winners. It's just been kind of uncanny through the years. You might drop this Friday night game, play in the consolation game, get things going, and win your own regional title.
Harlan County down 7 as we approach the 1-minute mark of the third quarter. Carmichael, they call the block against South Laurel. Hensley, the guilty party. You wonder how aggressive the Black Bears will be here.
Well, the last time they sort of did this, it backfired to some degree. They got what they wanted but missed the foul shots. So let's see if they can maybe be a little more aggressive here.
Carmichael does it again.
Listen, that thing landed like a pitching wedge on the top of that basket. Sat down, figured no way that one goes in. But the great rotation. Back within 4, Harlan County here, and Jeff Davis has his guys. You see him in your screen there. He wants them to go for 1, I believe.
8-1 run for the Black Bears.
Wow.
South Laurel playing for the final shot of this third period.
I think Anders can get his shot off on Carmichael.
Good drive, and Anders lays it in. So athletic.
Yeah, tough matchup for Carmichael, giving up some 6 inches there.
5 seconds to go. Carmichael. Turner on the baseline, not there. And we've reached the 4th quarter. South Laurel up by 6 with 8 minutes to go in regulation. Who will move on to the Mountain Classic Championship Saturday night? Find out next.
Sign up for power outage alerts today by logging on to KentuckyPower.com.
When you see news happening, dial star 57 or text your news tip to 5757. Service is provided by Appalachian Wireless. Better service, bigger savings.
Back in 1965, Subway's founders Fred DeLuca and Dr. Peter Buck teamed up with one simple mission.
Fresh sandwiches. I like it.
The idea seemed crazy in a time when artificial foods and gimmicks were all the rage. But roller skates didn't make food any fresher, and mascots didn't make it any tastier. As it turned out, Fred was right. Sandwiches made with freshly baked bread, fresh veggies, and delicious meats would stand the test of time. We were fresh before it was fresh to be fresh. The Subway Sandwich Shop, founded on fresh.
Get on your computer or mobile device. Because of all the great Toyota deals out there, most are not seen on TV. That's why you need to visit buyatoyota.com for a huge selection of savings offers that couldn't possibly fit in a TV commercial, including 0% financing, great lease deals, and 2-year no-cost maintenance. So get on your computer or mobile device and go to buyatoyota.com, Toyota's official website for deals. Toyota, let's go places.
Banking has changed over the years, but the Bank of Hindman still has the same values and traditions they've been serving the people of Knott County with since 1903. The Bank of Hindman offers regular and interest-bearing checking accounts and various types of saving plans, including CDs and IRAs, all paying competitive rates of interest. The Bank of Hindman also offers mortgages for building, remodeling, or purchasing a new home, and you can take advantage of the convenience of internet banking, pay bills, check balances, and more. The Bank of Hindman. We're the only bank you'll ever need.
Need an update on weather, a score from the big game, or a check of the local headlines? Like WYMT on Facebook to keep up with all that's happening in your town.
Start of the 4th quarter here in the first semifinal, the Boys Mountain Basketball Classic. Jim Frazier, Josh Ball, Tanner Hesterberg, great to have you along for tonight's broadcast. Harlan County begins this quarter down by 6. South Laurel led by 2 at halftime, ran its lead to as high as 11 points in that 3rd quarter before Harlan County came storming back, and now we have ourselves a ball game here in the final frame.
Just wonder if Coach Jones is going to talk to his guys about maybe getting Ty Simmons involved.
Let's go courtside to Josh for a report.
Tanner and Jim, Harlan County coach Michael Jones is stressing defensive intensity, specifically on the help side on defense for them. Over at South Laurel, again, coach just wants to continue to push the ball up and down the floor, continue to bring the ball inside, and open the outside game. Tanner and Jim, back to you.
Spurlock rise and fire. He has 11. And the deficit is down to 4.
Yeah, the big 6'6" junior. He's the guy that has to come with the weak side help. Just see Coach Davis gets Griffith on the entry feed. Now we have a foul on the inside, Tanner.
Fouls on number 24.
They call it against Hensley. He'll take a seat. Miller comes back into the lineup for South Laurel.
Good little comeback here by Harlan County. Once again ignited by number 4 as Carmichael gets his team going, and now the familiar double stacks on the low post.
Carmichael dials it up again. That's a 2-pointer. 21 points for Cameron Carmichael. 2-point ball game.
Welcome to the Mountain Classic, Tanner Esterberg.
That's Friday, and you're just now welcome.
Yeah, I know.
You had last night off.
Yeah,
I'll let you by. Griffith, that's too easy, and he'll throw it down with 2 hands.
With authority.
Goal still rattling, and Griffith gets some high fives from his teammates.
Spectacular play. No one came to the basketball. Griffith finished.
Jim starting to fill up here at the Morton Combs Athletic Complex. Nolan inside. Floater's good. Nolan had been kind of quiet until that shot. He now has 4 points on the game. A big one to get Harlan County back to within a deuce.
Now you see Anders. He's going to handle some of the ball handling chores here. Double stacks on the high post.
Does South Laurel have another answer? Grubb missing. Taylor stripped away. Carmichael has it for the Black Bears. A chance to tie or take the lead. Carmichael. Harlan County leads.
I tell you, that kid has got a heart as big as this gym. Makes some big plays. It looked like South was going to knock out Harlan County in the first part of this third quarter. Doesn't happen. Good
Grubb
move.
doesn't go. Black Bears control. Carmichael has the hot hand. What will he do? He's going to the basket. Kicks it out. Spurlock for three. The Harlan County fans and bench would have exploded if that one had gone in.
Well, they almost semi-exploded anyway. You saw them on your screen there. They all went up signaling for the three. It just didn't drop. Coach Jones, the look of anguish on the face.
South Laurel down a point now. Griffith, strong move inside, but it rolls off. Good defense by Spurlock.
Yeah, beautiful move. Taylor tried to get the rebound. He's coming down. He's not down there.
Carmichael. About the first thing that hasn't gone his way here in this game. Nolan. Look at Turner battle Taylor for the rebound, and the foul is against South Laurel. Fourth foul on Caleb Taylor. And that gets us to our media timeout. Harlan County has surged back in front of South Laurel. Black Bears by a point as we hit the home stretch of regulation here in the Mountain Classic.
In 1923, People's Bank and Trust began a great run as a hometown bank that's going strong today, leading our community through stability, found only in local ownership, with state-of-the-art banking services, 7 locations, and ATMs where you need them. People's has and will continue doing things the right way. That's more than good business. That's what makes a great bank. People's Bank and Trust of Hazard, member FDIC.
Sometimes it seems you spend your whole day on the go. But no matter where you go, you'll probably run into a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent. With agents in every Kentucky county, Farm Bureau is there for you, pretty much wherever you are. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Established in 1913, Wayne Supply has been a trademark and a model for all other equipment companies. For over 100 years, Wayne Supply has offered good-paying jobs in Kentucky and a vision of growth to many people in our Commonwealth. Wayne Supply has given back in many ways, such as being a founding sponsor of the Wayne Supply Mountain Classic, which has generated over $2.5 million in money given to students in eastern Kentucky. From last century to this one, Wayne Supply continues their commitment to serve the people of eastern Kentucky.
Can I help you today?
I'm gonna need a big car.
You need something bigger.
Really big.
Okay.
Bigger, bigger, bigger.
You must have a really big family.
Oh, big sale at Food City.
This week, Food City Fresh Ground Round is $3.99 a pound. An 8-pound bag of Harvest Club potatoes is $3.99. And Pepsi 6 and 8 packs are 4 for $10.
Value every day. Food City.
Deskins Motors instant replay of that last dunk by South Laurel's Andrew Griffith, but 4 3-pointers from Cameron Carmichael. He leads all scorers with 24, and it's Harlan County that now leads by a point with the basketball. Trying to get to Saturday's Mountain Classic Championship game.
South in the man-to-man. Grubb is an excellent defender out front, so you really got to tip your hat to Carmichael the way he's scoring against such tough defense.
Nolan on the drive, double dribbled. Costly turnover there for the Black Bears, who have never been to the Mountain Classic Championship game. 5-3 all time in the Classic.
Well, you know, they'd never won the first round game. Coach Jones wanted to make that a point to his guys in practice this week that No Harlan County team has been in Final Four Friday night.
Big possession here. South Laurel was up 11, now trails by 1. Can the Cardinals get the lead back? Grubb, spin move, and 1.
That time playing that possession without big guy Caleb Taylor, and we'll send it courtside to our man Josh Ball. Josh?
Tanner and Jim, Harlan County's Cameron Carmichael has 24 points. Coach Stephen Jones said at the half, Michael Jones, I'm sorry, said in the huddle, it's our time. We have to pick up the intensity. And on a side note and a lighter note, Michael Jones and Josh McKinney from WYMT have the same time tonight. Tanner and Jim, back to you.
Notice that till just now. The J.C. Penney collection.
Well, there you go. Used to be the Daw Harris collection.
South Laurel up a point now.
And great defense here in this game. Not going to be a lot of points, and that's going to be an offensive foul, Tanner.
Give it back to Harlan County.
Wow, right in front. Tough call there by our officials right in front of the South Laurel bench with the courage to make the call.
Got to be sure to blow that whistle.
Yeah. And Carmichael, he took over when he had to.
Spurlock lost control. Good defense by the Cardinals. Here's Grubb. Cut off, able to get it to Griffith. Now they'll circle the wagons. Anders with the right hand. Got it. Cards back up by 3.
South Laurel showing you the diversity they've got in this team. They take the big guy Caleb Taylor out. They match up a little better defensively that way.
Carmichael. Spurlock fouled. It'll stay at this end.
Oh, going to be some foul shots coming up, Tanner.
It is the bonus. Third foul on Anders. And Spurlock, who is a 61% foul shooter, goes to the line for the first time tonight. This is a 1-and-1.
See the look of Coach Jones and the anguish there as the foul shot just doesn't go. Like what Coach Davis is doing here. He's going smaller, spreading the floor.
Timeout, Jeff Davis. Let's reset the game for you. South Laurel leads by 2 at halftime. Cardinals go up by as many as 11 in that third quarter. Harlan County comes all the way back to take a 1-point lead, but now it's South Laurel in front by 3 with the ball, 2:42 to go in regulation.
Now you see Jeff Davis, his guys have the basketball. Sort of wonder for this possession, does he bring his big guy Caleb Taylor in to provide an outlet? Offensively, defensively, he had to go smaller to match this Harlan County intensity, and you do see the signal there. Caleb Taylor is going to come in. Kind of figured he would, because not only does that give you an opportunity to feed him in the post, you've also got a pretty big guy on the inside for some offensive glass.
Taylor playing with 4 fouls. Far and away the biggest player on the floor at 6'8", 265. Leads the state in field goal percentage at 74.4% coming into tonight.
Tell you, see number 42 right there, David Turner, 6'2" junior. He, as well as number 32, Lamar Burkhart, 6'2" sophomore. They played above their height in trying to battle big number 44.
Pivotal possession here. South Laurel wants a basket to go up by 2 possessions. Harlan County needs a stop. Grubb working against Simmons. And he'll have a chance for the old-fashioned 3.
Oh, draws the contact, has the strong upper body, powers through the contact for the bucket and a foul.
How about this response by South Laurel as you see the Deskins Motors instant replay. Grubb uses the glass. Misses the free throw. But South Laurel comes up with the board. Give Griffith the credit.
One of the few times Harlan County hasn't been all over the intensity factor.
And a timeout, 30-second timeout for South Laurel as Grubb was in trouble being dogged by Simmons.
Coach Jones angry, perhaps with good reason. He felt like that Simmons had knocked the ball away. There was no possession there. Certainly you can't call timeout when you don't have possession. Coach Jones going over the instructions. Coach Davis going over the instructions. Tanner, these are two tough 13th region teams. We've got another one, Clay County, coming up next game. Is that 13th region championship, boys and girls, going to be a battle or what this year? Wow.
South Laurel, Clay County, North Laurel.
Man,
Corbin has a good team. Harlan County. I don't want to keep naming because I know I'll leave somebody off. Whitley County having a good season. Trying to get it in. 5 seconds. A turnover. Out of the timeout, Harlan County's defense comes up with a much-needed stop.
Oh.
Black Bears down 5, have work to do with 2:19 left.
You know, these guys, particularly Cameron Carmichael, has worked so hard on both ends of the court. It's a little warm in here now with the crowd coming in. I mean, how much does he have left in the tank?
Taylor is out of the game for South Laurel, so now might be the time for Harlan County to attack the post as we have a foul called here. Carmichael will go to the line. It's a floor foul, so is that the 9th or 10th team foul on South Laurel? Scoreboard showing 9th, so this will be the 1-and-1. Carmichael, a good free throw shooter at 76%.
Has to have them, Tanner. To win this game, they can't miss any more from the line.
25 points on the night for Carmichael. Had a good performance in the Mountain Classic last season, made all-tournament team.
Yeah. I mean, the kid just keeps coming. Doesn't even look like he's sweating out there. You know, I don't even see a bead of sweat.
Big free throws for Carmichael. Can Harlan County get another stop, or can South Laurel score to put some distance between themselves and the Black Bears as they inch closer to the Mountain Classic Championship? Another turnover. Grubb threw that one away.
A lot of pressure on the basketball. It turns over. 3-point spread. We go inside 2 minutes, and Carmichael brings it up.
Can tie it with a 3.
Good defense.
Spurlock pulls up. 1-point game. 13 points for Trace Spurlock. Griffith taken away. 90 seconds to go. Harlan County can take the lead with a basket. Black Bears have trailed by as many as 11 here in this second half.
Got to get it in the hands of number 4 and see what happens. Phelps, they're going to desert him. Phelps, the 6'1 junior, a couple of juniors battling there.
Good defense by Griffith on Carmichael. 1 minute left here in the Mountain Classic semis. Carmichael for the lead.
Was there a foul? Wow. Foul goes against Phelps. Carmichael. Coach Mike Jones is going to call timeout here. Wow. What a comeback by Harlan County, and he signals the full timeout.
Jim, you've been around the Mountain Classic.
Yeah.
Pretty much the whole 29 years it's been in existence. Can you remember a performance as memorable and clutch as the display Cameron Carmichael has put on here in Mountain Classic history?
You know, nothing comes roaring to mind right now, Tanner, to be honest with you. I mean, the young man has hit every shot. We saw at the first part of the game, Tanner, first 5 minutes, you saw the scoring going South Laurel's way. Harlan County couldn't get it going. Carmichael had to step up. Then he got his teammates involved. It looked like they were on the precipice of getting knocked out of this one in that third quarter. Carmichael had to step up. He does. Looking here at the bench, the guys are just grinning and laughing. Really,
Michael Jones has a smile.
Yeah, and goes to the water.
Let's check in quickly with Josh.
Tanner and Jim, Harlan County coach Michael Jones said simply one more stop. Get the free throw here, take the lead. Tanner and Jim, this has been a true Mountain Classic. You want to share your thoughts on Twitter, #Mountain Classic. Tanner and Jim, back to you.
Thanks for that reminder, Josh. All right, a free throw to come here for Carmichael. He's been brilliant tonight, looking for point number 29 to put the Black Bears up by 2, and there it is.
Full court pressure. Thought they might abandon the full court pressure here. But Coach Jones is going to go with it the entire way.
Taylor playing with 4 fouls, brings the ball up the floor.
What a battle on the inside.
Grubb dribbles it off his foot, and it's over and back. Over to Harlan County.
How about the effort there by 21, Ty Simmons. Forces the turnover. Tanner, he hasn't scored a point this game. You talked about he's averaging in double figures. You know, a lot of guys talk about performances in the Mountain Classic. You haven't scored a point in almost 4 quarters. Do you kind of let it go a little bit? Not number 21, not Ty Simmons. He makes the big play defensively. And as Josh Ball talked about, that's the one stop they needed. And now I'm thinking double stacks on the high post.
Here's the thing, Jim. This is going to be a tough inbound angle.
Yep.
Because of where it went over and back. They're going to have to throw it in over on the side. And let's take a look at who Harlan County wants to get the ball to. The good free throw shooters. Carmichael at 76%. Nolan at 71%. And David Turner at 71%. Everyone else in the 60s and lower. So those are the guys, no doubt, that Coach Michael Jones telling his players, this is who you need to get the ball to. But again, what a swing of events.
Yeah,
South
tremendous.
Laurel up 11 in the second half. Looked like the Cardinals were ready to throw the knockout punch. But how about the resiliency of those guys? The Harlan County Black Bears, who are on the verge of advancing to their first ever Mountain Classic championship game.
Tanner, they talk about imitation being the greatest form of flattery. There's a lot of Clay County influence in that young man right there. Grew up in Clay County, played for Harlan. Mike Jones. I would look for Bobby Keith's style of double stacks on the low or the high post rather, and a delay.
Well, that's who you want at the free throw line. Cameron Carmichael. He'll shoot 2. And you know a player's had a great game when I run out of space on my score sheet. He's sitting on 29 right now, is Carmichael. If he hits both of these, it's a 2-possession game.
They've only had 3 fellas score in the second half. Nolan has 1 bucket. Spurlock has a couple. Excuse me, Nolan has 2 baskets. Spurlock with 2 baskets, and everything else, Cameron Carmichael.
Big free throw here to make it a 2-possession game. 31 in the game for Carmichael, including 12 here in this 4th quarter. South needs a basket in a hurry. Anders, spin move, leaves it short. Rebound Spurlock for the Black Bears. Cards got a foul, and they do. And Spurlock will go to the line.
Thought it was a good idea by Coach Davis there. The advantage was Anders. We've seen him be able to score over Carmichael. Got the good shot, uncontested, just didn't drop. How about the hustle on the weak side by number 14, the junior, Ty Spurlock. He's been to the line, missed his last chance here. That one looked too hard as well. Throwing him up there a little bit too hard. You see Coach Jones there bend down. He's saying, get the knee bend, get the knee bend. Put it up there a little softer.
61% foul shooter. Gets 1 out of 2.
Saw the knees bend a little bit. 5-point spread. Thought the Black Bears would back up.
Anders from deep. And who else would collect the rebound but Cameron Carmichael? And apropos that the junior will go to the line to try and salt this game away for the Black Bears.
That will be the 5th foul on Anders. The sophomore retires with 10 points. Big effort took some big shots. They just didn't drop, and Coach Mike Jones will call a timeout to get his charges together with just 13 ticks left.
We have timeout. Harlan County, a full timeout.
51-46. Who would have thought this?
We were tied at the end of one at 15. It's 24-22. South Laurel by 2 at the half. 6 point South Laurel lead in the third quarter, but in the fourth quarter, South Laurel ran into the Mountain Classic head on because here came the Harlan County Black Bears, hungry for a chance to play in tomorrow's championship game.
Worth pointing out, these two teams will see each other again later in the season. In fact, Harlan County plays South Laurel at South on February 8th.
Yeah, I talked with Coach Jones about that very thing. He talked about how they did the trip to each other's respective place once a year. So mid-February, they'll have another battle at one another. Cameron Carmichael, what a performance. Only had 11 at the half.
You know what's even scarier for 13th region opponents? Harlan County returns everybody next season.
And for the girls, too. They don't have a senior on their roster. Carmichael here with 2. Has to make both of them to make it a 3-possession game. So if you're South Laurel here now, it's a 2-possession game. You got to get down and go for threes, I believe. You've got some guys that can hit it. Got to have Taylor clear some glass if it doesn't come off.
Ten seconds to go. South down by 6. Grubb from way in the corner. Off the ricochet to Simmons to Spurlock. The Harlan County Black Bears will play for the Mountain Classic Championship. 52-46. They shock South Laurel to advance to the championship tomorrow night and now await the winner of Clay County and Perry Central. Mountain Classic madness here on a Friday night in Knott County.
What a basketball game. What a finish. What a fourth quarter by the Black Bears. And Harlan County coach Michael Jones with perhaps his biggest win as a head coach as he gets his guys into the championship game of the Mountain Classic. It's a tremendous performance, and looks as if Josh Ball is going to get Cameron Carmichael over there as well. A lot of emotion.
Going to be a happy post-game interview. Josh, take it away.
You're with Harlan County coach Michael Jones, and coach, you've punched your ticket to a Mountain Classic final. How does it feel?
It feels good. You know, nobody besides our team thought we could come over here and compete with South Laurel. And our kids believed. I told you all the other night that we would come over here and be ready to play, and we were for the most part.
What adjustments did you make in the second half to come out with the win?
I let Cameron Carmichael and Trey Spurlock go to work. Cameron was phenomenal. We changed their offense and put him in stack to where he'd have room to work, and he made some great decisions and shot the ball really well. He carried us.
And Cameron Carmichael, the junior, he had 32 points tonight. That's not a career high. But I can tell you what, he's watching his brother just sink a shot for some prizes. Cameron Carmichael, you just dethroned the #1 team in the Mountain and punched your ticket to a Mountain Classic final. How does it feel?
I first just want to thank God. I was blessed to have such a good game, and we played hard. My teammates came out. We knew we could do it, and we came out and executed and got the job done.
32 points. You took the lead on a 3-point play in the final minute, scored 5 points. When did the tide really start to shift for you guys?
I think they got a 10-point lead, and we never quit. We just kept battling, and we always knew we could win.
What's it going to take to come back here tomorrow night and leave a Mountain Classic champion?
We just got to give the same effort defensively, and we just got to continue to knock down shots.
Tanner and Jim.
All right, Josh, thanks. Now, we have some explaining to do because his brother, Jackson Huff, hits a half-court shot while Cameron Carmichael, who just scored 30 points in a brilliant effort, leads Harlan County to victory. His brother hits a half-court shot to win a Subway promotion here at the Mountain Classic. Everything going right for that family tonight. It's going to be a happy bus ride back to Baxter.
Listen, I think the promotion is like a free sandwich, something like every week of the year. So Archie Everidge and the guys going to be giving away some sandwiches to the Black Bear faithful there.
What an unbelievable high school basketball game, Jim. That's one.
Yeah.
Now that it's over, you sit back and say that was a privilege to call that one.
Absolutely, Tanner. The hard, tough effort, both of these teams battling. And guess what, pal? We've got another one to come as the Perry Central guys. They're getting fired up. Tobler, you see him with the basketball. He's wanting to get out there and do some action as well. Just a great, great Mountain Classic, Tanner.
Perry Central and Clay County still to come, but we have plenty more to talk about. Harlan County knocks off South Laurel 52-46. The Black Bears are moving on to the championship game. Our Kentucky Farm Bureau Between the Game show is coming up next.
At Window World, we believe in providing superior products installed by professional craftsmen, all at a low price. This long-standing principle isn't just their slogan, it's their foundation for building trust with our customers. Our customers recognize us for our high-quality, durable replacement windows that are made right here in America at prices that don't break the bank. At Window World, we have a variety of products designed to help you save on energy costs during extreme months. Window World also offers financing. Call Window World today to schedule your free consultation.
Sign up for power outage alerts today by logging on to KentuckyPower.com.
Hello, friends. This is Dr. Ralph Stanley.
And this is Ralph Stanley II, and I am proud to be following my dad's footsteps.
The law firm of Wolf, Williams, and Reynolds have been representing coal miners and their families for almost 40 years.
Go see the fine folks at Wolf, Williams, and Reynolds. They live in these mountains, and they understand.
They will fight for you.
Get on your computer or mobile device. Because of all the great Toyota deals out there, most are not seen on TV. That's why you need to visit buyatoyota.com for a huge selection of savings offers that couldn't possibly fit in a TV commercial, including 0% financing, great lease deals, and 2-year no-cost maintenance. So get on your computer or mobile device and go to buyatoyota.com, Toyota's official website for deals. Toyota, let's go places.
Your pregnancy is a beautiful thing, and it gets more beautiful the longer you go. If your pregnancy is healthy, don't schedule your delivery until 39 weeks, or wait for labor to begin on its own. Healthy babies are worth the wait.
Like WIMT on Facebook for the latest news, weather, and sports.
The Kentucky Farm Bureau Between the Game show, sponsored by Kentucky Farm Bureau. Perry Central getting set to take on Clay County here in the second semifinal, but we have business to take care of. We need to put a bow on the one we just called. Harlan County overcomes an 11-point second-half deficit to upend South Laurel 52-46, and the Black Bears, for the first time in school history, will play for the Mountain Classic Championship. Jim, how about that one?
I tell you, just a tremendous effort. And, you know, we, of course, will be handing out our Subway sub of the game. And, Tanner, I tell you, one of the guys I think came in and made a tremendous impact despite not scoring was Harlan County's number 32, Lamar Burkhart. The 6'2 sophomore came in there and matched the intensity and the size and the strength of Taylor and Griffith and the rest, and made an impact.
We'll name Burkhart our Subway sub of the game, sponsored by Subway, a proud supporter of the WIMT Wayne Supply Mountain Basketball Classic.
And of course, that proving, I tell you what, you don't always have to score to make a big impact. That young man able to push him out of the post when Taylor wanted to get to it and do some great things.